Alright guys, welcome back. I know I'm a little bit late to the party. I had some internet problems here at my student home, which is why I'm only going to talk about the new leaks today. Massive leaks, as Dkayed says here in the video, and these are indeed massive leaks. This is definitely the archetype that will change up how we play Master Duel the most out of all the upcoming months, in my opinion. Tenpai Dragon, if you're not aware, going second deck. I will make a lot of videos concerning this deck in the next few days. I'm super hyped. We get the entire support wave for Tenpai Dragon as was to be expected, as we basically always do, and I want to talk about this leak today and what this means for Master Duel. So a very big, as I already said, this is enormous. Going second deck that is very able to kill you, can dish out up to 3,600, 1,000 damage. It can kill you under Pot of Prosperity twice. It can kill you under Dimension Shifter. It can play both of these cards, can put out massive amounts of damage. The monsters are unaffected. The Fire Dragon monsters are unaffected during the main phase via the field spell, and then if you can enter the battle phase with the boss monster, if you want to call the guy the boss monster, the Tenpai Transcended Dragon, then this also says that, where is it? Your opponent cannot activate effects during the battle phase. So really insane. So you can, this is one of the best things that you can do. If you can do it, depends on your hand a bit. You can get the second summoning up to protect you in the main phase, and then make the Tenpai Transcended Dragon to go into the battle phase and then just kill your opponent, which is super insane. As already said, we get the entire wave, which is actually very important. The Dora as well as the Sangen Keiho and the Tenpai Dragon Genroku are from the second wave, the most important being the Tenpai Dragon Genroku. This is also very important depending on what will happen with the Sangen summoning here. Will this be at 1, as you can see in the TCG and OCG? Will this be pre-hit to 1? I do think so, and if that's the case, we will definitely play 2 Genroku and then maybe 1 Dora. We can now talk about the Tenpai Dragons. I just want to switch over to the other Master Duel meta side, to the Yu-Gi-Oh! Meta side, which is way better with all these advertisement stuff here. So the Dora, if you're not aware, if this card is normal summoned, you can add 1 level 4 or lower Fire Dragon monster from your deck to your hand, which you can normal summon this guy to add the Tenpai Dragon of Genroku. If this card is added to your hand, kind of like Poplar, except by drawing it, you can special summon it as a tuner, then you can increase its level by 1. And quick effect, you can tribute this card for cost, special summon 1 Tenpai Dragon monster from your deck, except this one itself. And this locks you into Dragons then. So you can start with your Dora into your Genroku, into, for example, your Pydra as your searcher that can search the field spell, or the Sangen Kaimen. Sangen Kaimen can search you any quick play spell, any Tenpai Dragon monster to your hand, and then you can also, if it's the battle phase, special summon one of them. You don't need to special summon the one you search, by the way, which is very impactful, because this means, for example, in the battle phase, you can search your Genroku, which can then be summoned by its own effect because it was added to the hand, and then you can summon a different one from your hand if you have another one, which is why the Genroku is a very nice card, a very good addition here. We can see that they have supplemented 2 Genroku and 2 Dora, which I don't think we will play. They only playing 2 Pydra, which I think Pydra is way better than Dora, but okay. And because we have Sangen summoning at 1, and I guess we will also have this in Master Duel. This is TCG right now, and we can also take a look at the extra deck cards that we will play. If you're not aware, Trident Dragon, the Tenpai Dragon card, even though it's not a Tenpai Dragon card, which says this is basically the reason why we can do as many damage or as much damage as we can do when this card is synchro summoned. You can target up to 2 other cards you control, destroy those targets, and if you do, for each destroyed card, this gains 1 additional attack during a battle phase. This turn, this is 3,000. It can then attack up to 3 times, and if you destroy, and this is what you want to do, the Sangen summoning, you can also activate Sangen Summoning's effect, which says if this card is destroyed during the battle phase, which is what you would do with the Trident Dragon, then you can target 1 Dragon Synchro monster you control, its attack becomes double. So you can kill the field spell with the Trident Dragon and another card, and then this will get 6,000 attack and will be able to attack 3 times, which is already 18,000 damage. Then you will also be able to get back your Tenpai Transcendent Dragon from the graveyard, as well as your Tenpai Bident Dragon. If they go to the graveyard and 3 attacks have been declared this turn, then they can be special summoned once per duel from the graveyard, so more damage that you can make. If this one gets summoned, it can summon another one of the Tenpai Dragon monsters from the graveyard. This can destroy a card on the field on summon. This can destroy a spell and trap on the field on summon. So very insane. The only card that we are not having, or maybe we'll get this, I don't know, but this is a TCG exclusive, so I don't think we will get this, is Kyobelt the Blade Dragon. A very good card here, because this is also a level 7, so if you're not aware, all of this is basically level 7 territory. We have this tuner here, Chandra, which is a level 4, and then you have the Pydra as well as the Father, which are level 3. We also have the Genroku, which is level 3 or 4, depending on what you want to make him here, and then you can make level 7s and level 10s. You can basically make 2 level 7s and 1 level 10, or 2 level 10s and 1 level 7, depending on your hand. So Q Belt the Blade Dragon, why is this important? If this card is synchro summoned, you can target one card on the field, destroy it. This is important because sometimes you have this situation in which your opponent has a monster on the field which has more than or close to 3000 attack. And if we take a look at our extra deck, we have our boss monster here with a 3000 attack and our kind of boss monster with 2/6 attack. And then obviously the Trident Dragon with 3000 or 6000, but the Trident Dragon you will only make at the end basically of your entire battle phase thing, right? So this means if your opponent has a very big monster on the field, this can sometimes be a problem. It's very cool you can protect this Tenpai Transcendent Dragon from being destroyed by a 3000 against 3000 battle, because the green one, I'm referring to these as the white one, the green one, and the red one. The green one basically says that your Fire Dragon monsters cannot be destroyed by battle, so if this attacks a 3000 monster, it will not be destroyed, which is quite nice. But Q Belt can basically play around this by destroying a monster that is too big to be destroyed. So for example, a Nibiru token could also be a problem here. We don't have this in Master Duel, and I'm not quite sure whether we will get this. What means that I think we will play one of the Rose Dragons to complement for that. You would definitely play the Black Rose Dragon, which can clear up the entire field. This Ruddy Rose Dragon can clear up the entire graveyards. Not super necessary, but you can. I guess we can substitute with the Black Rose Moonlight Dragon. It's also level 7 like the Q Belt. If this card is special summoned or a level 5 or higher monster is special summoned to your opponent's side of the field, target one special summoned monster your opponent controls, return that target to the hand. I think this can be our sublimation for the Q Belt, because it basically does the same thing. You cannot destroy a set card, because this can also destroy spells and traps. This can only bounce back. Monsters. But if we want to get rid of one big body, normally this will be a special summon body, so the fact that this can only bounce special summons is not that problematic in my opinion. But yeah, we will use the Black Rose Moonlight Dragon in my opinion to basically have a Q Belt in the deck, or maybe we'll get the Q Belt with the release. I don't know, we will have to see whether this will work out, but this can be our substitution in my opinion. Okay, let me know in the comments what you think. We will also play cards like Samurai Destroyer. If this card battles an opponent's monster, your opponent cannot activate cards or effects until the end of the damage step. Also, that opponent's monster has its effect negated during the battle phase only. This you can use to get through Jubel, otherwise Jubel can be a bit of a problem. And then we can also play a Link package here. I will have a video out about how I think we will play the Tenpai Dragon in a Master Duel. You can play it like this with a Striker Dragon and an SP Little Knight. Striker Dragon, you can use any of the Dragon monsters, go into Striker Dragon and then into an SP Little Knight. You can also play the entire Zealantis kill package here, which we can see not a lot of Tenpai Dragon decks are running this at the moment. I think it will be a bit more popular in Master Duel. Here it is. We have the Raging Phoenix Zealantis kill package here with Anhita and the Promethean Princess. You can also play it like this with a bigger synchro package here. You can play the Ancient Fairy Dragon, getting you access to a Necro Valley. Can play the Black-Winged Assault Dragon and cards like the Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon. You can make, together with Ultimaya Zolkin, can make more impressive going first board. So if you're not aware, your Tenpai Dragon going first will make just a Erratic Seal of the Heavenly Spheres and then pass, which is not really a problem because you have a lot of hand traps, especially if you play the version that I am suggesting, which means you have a lot of interaction points to stop your opponent. I don't think the Synchro version is the best version. I think having the kill package from the Link package in the extra deck is better. And if you're not aware why we would play it like this, honestly, I think this extra deck here could be something that we will also play minus the Q Belt here, and then what is missing here? This basically looks pretty good here, the extra deck in my opinion. I definitely like to play this package here because if you get Dimension Barrier or something, if you can't go for the Synchro line, you still have the Link kill line here available, which is not easy to make, but you can definitely make it. We also have a very interesting card in the side deck here. I guess we will never ever use this, but only in tournaments if you are playing a Master Duel tournaments. The Koaka Mairu Dragon during each of your end phase. Destroy this card unless you send one Iron Core of Koaka Mairu from your hand to the graveyard or reveal one Dragon type monster in your hand. Neither player can special summon light or dark monsters. Very cool. You can summon this via your Hieratic Seal of the Heavenly Spheres, bounce your opponent's normal summon, special this guy here with 0/0, and then your opponent, especially if it's Jubel, can do nothing because every Jubel monster is dark and every Jubel monster has 0/0, or the most important monsters have 0/0, which means you can't even run over this Koaka Mairu Dragon. This is very, very strong against Jubel, but as we are playing a best of one format, it does not really matter here. But yeah, Tenpai Dragon, it would look something like this. We definitely play this one. Magnamood here. Magnamood can search the Genroku, which in turn can then, this is all during the end phase, right? You go Magnamood during the end phase, search Genroku, then Genroku can use the quick effect tag out into a Pydra. Pydra can search you the field spell or the Sangen Kaimen, depending on how your hand looks like. will be very, very interesting. This will be so interesting. I'm so excited and interested in seeing how many ultra rares this will get. This could be a very, very expensive pack, especially because you can either play this board breaker variant here that you can see right here with lightning storms, with regekis, with dark holes, with dusters, or you can play a hand trap heavier version. Both of them will have a lot of ultra rares, and then we will have to see how ultra rare heavy the core will be. All the black rose, all the rose dragons here are also ultra rares. I think you definitely need the black rose dragon, which can clear the entire field. I would say black rose moonlight dragon will also be important because we don't have the Q build. If we get the Q build, then go for the Q build. I think then you don't necessarily need the moonlight. And then the Ruddy Rose, which can banish all the entire graveyard, is not that important. Normally you want to kill your opponent on your first turn, basically, which means you won't really use the Ruddy Rose Dragon, but this can come up, obviously. So yeah, we have all of it. And one last card I want to talk about is the Sangen Kaiho, which you can see not a lot of decks are even playing here. There it is, Sangen Kaiho. Another one of the new cards from the second wave here says during the main phase, if all monsters you control are fire dragon monsters, min distance 1, so a minimum 1, so not hard to get. You can just play your Pydra here, which is a fire dragon monster. Search your Kaiho because this can search every Sangen card, so can search for can search the summoning, can search the Kaimin, but can also search the Kaiho. And then you already have one dragon fire monster on the field, so you need at least one. And your opponent controls more monsters than you and this main phase. So this basically says skip to the battle phase, and if you're not aware, in the battle phase you have a lot of stuff that you can do. Your Chandra can summon stuff from the deck in the battle phase. You can synchro summon in the battle phase. You could go into your boss monster, which not only says that no effects can be activated during the battle phase, but also says if this card is synchro summoned, you can change all monsters on the field to attack position, and all your opponent's monsters must attack if able. So if you force your opponent with the Sangen Kaiho into the battle phase, and then you can make this guy here by synchro summoning into the battle phase, then you can basically make it so that your opponent has to crash into this guy with everything he has on the field, maybe even killing him at this point. But I don't think we will play the Sangen Kaiho. This is more of a side deck card. And also, I'm expecting a lot of Tenpai Dragon on the ladder, and obviously going into battle phase against Tenpai Dragon is not that great because your opponent has also the battle phase perks then available. So I don't think Sangen Kaiho will be something we will be playing here. I guess the most important ones will be obviously the Pydra, as well as the Genroku, the Chandra, the Fadra, the Field Spell, as well as Kaiman, and then the two Synchro monsters here, Transcendent Dragon and Bident Dragon. Very interested in seeing how this will work out, how this will change our meta here. This will be so cool. Once again, another cool card here, used a lot Heatwave at the start of your main phase 1. Neither player can normal or special summon monsters, effect monsters until your next draw phase. This you could use going first to just skip an entire turn. We won't use this because we are in a best of 1 format and you always want to go second. And yeah, there are different things that you can do so that you're going first is better. I will talk about this in a video tomorrow that will be uploaded tomorrow, talking about Tenpai Dragon a bit more in depth. Let me know in the comments what you think. Are you excited? Will you stop playing? Will you invest in this deck? What is your opinion? Let me know in the comments, guys. If you like my videos, please consider subscribing, hitting the thumbs up and the notification bell. This would help out a lot. Thanks, guys, and we will see each other in the next one.